I really truly believe this is what separates the winners and the losers. This is what separates the haves and the have-nots. This is what separates the people that have deep communion with God and deep relationship and deep love for life, is they're willing to fucking do shit. They're willing to do shit. And you can chalk that up to ego. You can chalk that up to this. You can chalk that up whatever you want. I don't give a shit what label you put on it. People call me a narcissist. They call me all kinds of freaking things. And it's like, the difference between me and most other people is I'm willing to lose. And that's why I win.
My people, Entrepreneur DNA, you are going to love this podcast. I have a longtime friend of mine, a guy who has created an incredible movement in the men's space, in the entrepreneur space. And many of you guys already know this gentleman because he's been on before. My guy, Sean Whalen, is in the house. What's up, dude?
What's up, dog? How you doing?
Good, good. So listen, I'm going to do something totally different for all my listeners, all the people watching this on YouTube. Sean and I have had a long time coming to catch up, so we're going to keep it raw.
Second or third episode?
This is our third episode together.
Yeah, dig it.
Yeah, dude, it's a movement. So by the way, if you don't know Sean, go follow him on all the social media platforms. Lions Not Sheep is his platform, his community, everything he does. Look at his hat, look at his hoodie. But the man is an incredible human. He cares. So follow him on Instagram, follow him on all the social. Sean Whalen, all the links will be below. But dude, what the fuck has been up? What have you been doing these days?
Life is a beautiful experience, man. I was actually just having a conversation with my buddy Rick, and there's a real freaking interesting game happening right now spiritually. I'm obviously a very spiritual guy. I have a deep connection with divinity, and as the good book says, there's dividing of the wheat and the chaff. And I think a lot of people are stepping into this kind of evolutionary game of growing and expanding spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. And there's a lot of people who are just getting left in the dust who aren't willing to go down the rabbit hole and really figure out who they are and why they're here. So it's, I'm balls deep, for lack of better words, in that game with everybody else. And I'm grateful for it.
Dude, it's been fun to watch that journey for you, right? I mean, obviously for a decade now, I've kind of watched your transition, everything is going on. I know you were in my hometown recently, here in Miami.
Yep.
I think you were probably in and out, though. We weren't able to catch each other. You're probably in for a day or two and then out.
Yeah. Hanging out with my good friend, Garrett White, doing some work and growing and evolving and learning. And it was good times.
What a scholar, that guy. That guy, we have recently gotten really close because he's here in Miami now. And so we hang out and, bro, our families are getting together and all the good jazz, right? And so
Garrett's as good as they come. He and I go back before there was Wake Up Warrior, Lions Not Sheep. We've known each other for 15, 16, 17 years. And literally I watched him birth Wake Up Warrior, and he watched me birth Lions Not Sheep. And the last 9, 10 years, watching both of these things expand and explore and go and change literally hundreds of thousands of lives. It's been really freaking cool, man. I'm happy as hell for that guy.
I am here and I'm watching you both run very fast and I'm loving it. And I think you guys are in such alignment. It is incredible. The thing I would tell you, if you're a man listening or watching this, I need you to follow Sean and Garrett, but just understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to change the shape of not just like go make more money or just go be a good business owner. Like they want you to understand the connections, the mind, the body, how it all works together, right? And
yeah.
And I'll tell you, Garrett just is that guy, and you've been that guy for me, right? Like just I watch you and you watch me from afar, and it just seeps into your blood, right? Like you just go, God, I'm just digesting it all.
Yeah. Well, dude, there's more. I think any guy or gal listening to this, there's one thing that I know for certain about human beings is that whether they're willing to agree to it or not, whether they're willing to orate it or not, everyone wants more. And I'm not just talking more money. I'm not talking about a bigger house, but I think deep down in our DNA, like we are primal creatures that want more. We want more love. We want more connection. We all want more money. If you're lying, if you say no to that, you're lying. Everybody would love to have more money. And even if it's not to buy a bigger house, but to help more people or to go spread the word of God or to go give more. And so I think what's really interesting about what Garrett's doing and what I've been doing is it's like, we're not out here telling people, hey, here's our way and you're either in it or you're out. It's like, here's what we're finding. Like as fathers, as husbands, as men going through life, like Garrett is public about their marriage struggles. I'm public with my marriage struggles and life struggles and fitness struggles and body struggles and kid struggles. And I think that's what makes Wake Up Warrior and Lions Not Sheep really unique, is like we're not telling people that we have it all figured out. But what we're doing is showing people what we're doing in our lives to overcome ourselves and our egos and our pride and things that nobody really led us to understand and be an example for us. And I think that's why the light is so bright with both of these movements, is because people are looking at it going, yeah, I want more, but I don't know how to be vulnerable. I don't know how to be honest. I don't know how to break out of this little bubble that I've been in where all my family's, overweight or broke or angry. And I don't want to be overweight, broke or angry. And so now I need to like level up my game and my understanding and my knowledge. And it's just so fucking dope to be a part of this entire experience of life and to have this movement and the whole thing.
Bro, I couldn't, dude, you said the word that's kind of triggery for me right now, right? Ego, bro. The reason why that triggers me is I know in 2024, I made moves because of my ego.
Right.
And I'll tell you right now, those moves have created more financial hardship for me in 2024 because I could, right? So it was the class, and you've done this. Literally, I know you've done this in the real estate space. You have an epic resume in the real estate space, but dude, because I could, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck? That's not a business move. Oh,
Yeah.
I could buy this apartment. I could raise $10 million. So I did.
Yep.
And it's ego based. So I could go on social media and say, oh, I bought this apartment and I have this many doors. It was about the ego, dude. And I'm telling you, you are one of those people that like literally speak to me daily. And if you're watching this again, God damn it, follow Sean, because what you are going through, what you're talking about, and that word ego is triggering because I'm aware of it. Because I know what I did, right? I'm not oblivious to it.
Right.
And it ruined so many men, women, businesses, relationships. Let's talk about like what you've been able to do, bro. Like I've been watching you 24 months of the journey you're on, dude.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Here's the decisions that you made in business. It's so easy to look back and to judge and critique and this and this and this. But here's the thing. If you hadn't done it, you wouldn't know. If you hadn't done it, you wouldn't know. If I hadn't gotten remarried at 40 something years old, I wouldn't know. If I hadn't have invested in this deal or bought this or sold this or did this, I wouldn't know. And I think this is where the average human being, and I don't take this for what it's worth. People can get mad at it, but the statistics are in. A majority of this country is overweight, broke, depressed. There's more people on prescription drugs than ever before. There's more men committing suicide than ever before. These are just statistics. This isn't the gospel according to Sean. And I truly believe it's because we're so fucking afraid to fuck up. We're afraid to say what we really want to say, do what we really want to do, live a bigger life. I just want to live a life of... No, you don't. No one wants to just like get a 401k and work till they're 70 years old and then buy. No one wants that. So stop fucking saying it.
No doubt.
And it's easy to look at somebody like you or me who's lost millions of dollars. I went bankrupt at 30 years old. I thought I had it all figured out. Sean, it's an ego. It's not ego. I'm learning. I'm fucking learning like everybody else.
Yeah.
But the difference between me and 99% of everybody else, I'm willing to look dumb. I'm willing to jump in the ring. I've been in the ring, literally in the ring. I have 5 professional MMA fights. I've whooped the shit out of 3 dudes, and 1 dude beat me twice. But what does everybody talk about? The 2 times I got beat.
That's right.
Because it's really easy to say that. But the reality is the people that have been in the ring haven't said anything. So this is where, for me, at 46 years old, I realized, like, I'm not who I was 5 years ago. I'm way fucking smarter. I'm not who I was 2 years ago because I've learned. I've lost millions. I've made millions. Something Garrett said to me many years ago that actually helped birth Lions Not Sheep and helped me overcome some really dark times. He's like, you got to understand, man, you had to make the millions to lose them.
Let's go.
You had to make the millions to lose them. And the people that talk about you losing the millions have never made the millions because the people that have made the millions don't say shit when you lose. And as you zoom out and look at it, it's really simple for unhappy people who don't love their marriage, don't love their life, to look at mine and go, oh, you're fucking this, this, this. It's really simple. But peel back the layers and you hate where you are.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I really truly believe this is what separates the winners and the losers. This is what separates the haves and the have-nots. This is what separates the people that have deep communion with God and deep relationship and deep love of life, is they're willing to fucking do shit. They're willing to do shit. And you can chalk that up to ego. You can chalk that up to this. You can chalk that up, whatever you want. I don't give a shit what label you put on it. People call me a narcissist. They call me all kinds of freaking things. And it's like, the difference between me and most other people is I'm willing to lose. And that's why I win. But guess what happens along that path? You're going to lose. You're going to take an L. You're going to have a bad month, a bad year, a bad week, you're going to get in the ring and some dude's, he's got your ticket that day. Bam, he knocks you out and you're like, what the fuck? This is the game of life. And I feel like so many people are so fat and broke and miserable and addicted to drugs and hating their life because they're just literally not willing to go do shit and that might have a consequence of them looking dumb.
As many of you know, I'm constantly on the move, juggling multiple businesses, traveling, and ensuring I get my morning workouts in. Staying fresh isn't just a preference, it's a necessity. But let's face it, after back-to-back meetings, juggling 2 kids at home, and the hustle and bustle of everyday life, body odor can become an issue. But here's the deal. Mando has revolutionized how I stay fresh. This isn't just another deodorant. It's clinically proven to control odor better than a shower alone with soap. My favorite scent, bourbon leather, it's fresh, is subtle, and doesn't clash with my cologne. And I was surprised by how well the solid stick works, even after an intense morning workout. Mando's starter pack is perfect for the new customer. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like a mini body wash or a deodorant wipe, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners and new customers, you get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% of your starter pack. Use code Colby at shopmando.com. That is shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from the head to the toe with Mando. You said, like I say, you got to put your helmet on. Get on the field. Because you can't ever win the game if you don't get on the field, right? And then there's another thing you said, and I say it in my own version, is like, you can't win the championship with a clean jersey. Shit doesn't work, you know? And I use ego just because I recognize, like, I kind of did it more because I could than it was a wise business decision. But the reality is, like, I'm taking big swings, bro. I remember the last time we did a podcast last year, and maybe it was the year before, we were bullshitting. There was an energy drink. You're like, bro, this is going to be my ticket. You're taking big swings.
Yeah.
You're not fucking around with like, oh, I'm going to go create a community for 100 people and rawr, lions, not sheep, rawr.
No, I mean, dude, this is what I really believe firmly in. Like, I just had this really great conversation with my friend Rick. Like, you and I have never lived this day. And if anybody's listening to this, or the people that are listening to this, understand something. Justin's never lived this day. Sean Whalen's never lived this day. You've never lived this day. You literally think you have an idea of what's coming in an hour or 2 or 10. You have no clue. And so you have all of this experience of life that has brought you to this singular moment. What are you doing with it? Are you angry? Are you happy? Are you building? Are you not? Are you taking chances? Are you huddling onto this little safety blanket? And one of my favorite quotes is by the late Thomas Monson. He was the president of the Mormon Church. He said, you are who you are today because of the choices and decisions that you made yesterday. And what I encourage people to look at is that all of 2024, I made these things. It wasn't ego in the bad sense. It was like, yo, I want to go do this. I'm going to live. Right. Like, I don't know what the right decision is. I could ask 100 people. 50 will say do, 50 will say don't, 50 will say risk, 50 will say whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I am right here, right now with all of the good, all of the bad, but all of the education and lessons because I chose to do something. And it's really simple to look at it and go, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up. I look at it and say, I learned. Until the day I die, this will be my quest. And I'm at 46 years old. I am far from done fucking up. I will fuck up many more times in my days. I guarantee you I will lose money in the future. I guarantee you I will be angry in the future. I guarantee you I'll have a meltdown and fucking like be sad and I'll cry in the future. It's a given. I know this. So for me, it's like, dude, go live, man. Like, go live. Go experience all this shit.
No doubt.
So many people are just stuck in their brains. Like, I'm like, dude, you're going to die. There's reincarnality amongst all of us. You're going to fucking die.
I want to history of the world. No one's made it out alive.
Nobody.
The history of the world.
I'm hoping that science like creates a live forever pill or a chamber. I'm in. I want to live forever because like I want to swim in every ocean. I want to eat every food. I want to visit every freaking temple. I want to be. I mean, I'm scratching the surface at 46 years old. I've been alive for 46 years, and I don't feel like I'm even starting to understand life yet. And that is what excites me. And if that offends people, I don't really care. If what I say on social media or how I live my life or what I do isn't the norm, good. I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be like everybody else.
Bro, you know, listen, I'm one of those guys that like to support my friends. I bought your book late last year when I'm going through my shit. I'm like, I'm going back to the guys, like my people, right? Listen to your audiobook. It's on Amazon. It's on Audible. This is original book. There may be a version too. I'm not even, but like the original fucking book where you talk about the core four, right? And I'm like, God damn, I just needed that message. And so the first things first, I think there's a lot of people out there that ask for hand-me-outs and shit like that. Go support your friends. Sean is a genuine friend. I bought his fucking book. I didn't say, hey, bro, send me a book. I could have. I didn't. I support my friends. The hoodies, the hats. So first of all, take that away from what I'm telling everybody here. Don't ask for the fucking handout. Will Sean give me his hoodie? Write this. Yes. But I'm going to go buy the fucking hoodie to support his business, right? But also, I want to lean into the core four because you've done something that, well, listen, let me revert back. I just posted last month. I think you liked it. You saw, I did like a before and after photo, bro. I don't think in my life I would have thought me, 6'4", skinny, fit, whatever, would I ever have had to do a before and after photo.
Yeah.
But I will tell you what comes from getting your body back into shape. And I leaned into my wife being pregnant and the whole thing. That was my intention, wanted to do it, but I bounced back. But it's because I had the mindset of, hey, I'm just going to go bounce back from this. It's been fun. I've been on vacation. Let's talk about your journey with fitness, bro, because you are not the fitness guru. You're not out there fucking selling, but you were making everyone aware at 46-year-old, you're fucking ripped, you're rich, right? Like you're fucking crushing life. Talk about that. I mean, people don't, now you're firing me up. I'm fucking yelling back at you. Like, people don't get it. The body is fucking everything. You can't perform as a husband, as a father, if your body is fat, overweight, lethargic, like crazy shit, bro.
I agree. I have 3 kids. I have a daughter, 22-year-old daughter, an 18-year-old son, he's almost 19, and a 15-year-old. How am I supposed to tell them something that I don't believe or live? How am I supposed to, I mean, our parents did it, right? Eat your vegetables, you gotta be healthy. Blah, blah, blah.
While my dad's drinking a beer and driving.
Yeah. Neither of my parents, I don't ever remember seeing either of my parents ever work out, go to a gym, ever. It just wasn't something they did. So I did 75 hard like 6 years ago when Andy Frisella first did it. Andy and I go way back. And when he first launched 75 hard, I did 75 hard and it rewired my brain because when you're doing these 45-minute outdoor workouts, I would go do them and like I'd walk back, found these loops that I would just go walk or whatever. And I'd come back to my truck and it'd be like 42 minutes. And it was like, I have 2 choices right now. Like, yeah, close enough, or no, I'm committed to this. And I would literally do 3 minutes around my truck until it was exactly 45 minutes. And something happened for me there because I spent my whole life with overweight parents. I'd never had a 6-pack. A lot of people hear me talk about 6-pack, and I'll tell you why. I'd never had any example of fitness. And so I looked at the fit guys, the ripped guys. Oh, he spends 6 hours at the gym. It's genetics. He's on drugs. steroids. And I'd never actually taken myself mentally far enough to be able to achieve something like a six-pack. I did 2 Ironmans. I've had 5 professional MMA fights. I'm in shape. I love working out. I work out hard, but I'd never had a six-pack. And that 75 hard, I got in the best aesthetic shape I've ever been in. I had a six-pack for the first time in my life at 41 years old. And something changed in my brain. I realized that I had simply just not gone far enough.
Yeah.
I hadn't been committed long enough. I had made every story, like the workouts at 11 p.m. when I still hadn't done my 45-minute workout. It was like, my story was, dude, fuck, I'm exhausted. I need my sleep. I gotta rest. And it was like, dude, you have 2 choices. And so I would literally, I'm not exaggerating, I would put my Crocs on and I would walk around for 45 minutes in my neighborhood. And I was half asleep. But it was the mental game of saying, I can either keep telling myself the bullshit stories of genetics and my mom and dad and da-da-da-da-da, and I have all of these injuries that I've always had, or I can write a new story. And dude, in 75 days, I got shredded as fuck. And I've had a six-pack ever since, because to me, that's the new standard.
That's right.
And I rewrote it. And that's why I always say six-pack, and a lot of dudes don't get it, and they think I'm being a dick or whatever else. I'm like, what you don't understand mentally is how fucking hard it is, which is why very few people have a six-pack. It's so hard to accomplish that. But then to keep it, I'm not talking about I'm going to just starve myself. There they are. Okay, back to being fat boy. I'm talking about rewriting a 40-year story that was in my brain. It's for guys who go to the gym 6 hours a day. You got to have good genetics. You got to be taking steroids. No, I just hadn't fucking done the hard enough work to get it. And when I did it, it was like, oh shit. Wait a second. Like, where else am I like cutting myself short? Where else am I being a total fucking pussy and making stories with business and love and connection and my mental clarity and all this other stuff? And that's the reason that I'm so passionate about a six-pack. Is it's not, look at me, take my shirt off. That's the end result. It's, who do I have to become to literally create such a passionate, deep connection to writing a new story that I'm willing to literally eliminate every excuse until I get this result. And what I have found over the last 6 years, I've made more money than I've ever made. I went from being a single dude who was terrified of getting married to building this movement and speaking on stages with the likes of Jordan Peterson. And I can attribute that tenacity, that audacity, all the way back to me building a six-pack. And it's, to me, it's the new standard. I'm 46 years old. I've got a six-pack. I'm shredded, and I'm not going to stop taking my shirt off. I became a grandpa a week ago. I'm a fucking grandpa. My daughter had a baby 1 week ago. I'm a shredded, ripped grandpa. There aren't very many of those out there. There aren't.
That's the truth.
And I'm not, I don't have any shame. I don't owe anybody fuck all. I built this. I built the tenacity. I did the work. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, because every dude listening to me, I don't give a shit what your boo-boos are. I got them all. I blew my bicep tendon out 2 years ago. I had major bicep surgery. I blew my freaking spine out. I had 2 compressed discs, had major spine surgery 5 years ago. I've got spinal stenosis, arthritis, blown out both my knees, had both my knees redone. I got a pinched nerve in my fucking neck. I got all the excuses like every motherfucker listening to this. The difference is, the story that I tell myself is I am superior to all of that shit. And I will do whatever necessary to keep my standard here. And if I have to adapt my workouts because I'm hurt, I'll fucking adapt. If I got to, like, whatever I got to do, I do it. And that's the reason that I feel like right now, this is that separation season that we hear about, is there's people that just don't have the balls, the tenacity, the commitment to build something like a six-pack. And the cool part is, and you said this, and I'll finish up, it's you versus you with the body. Your wife has nothing to do with it. Your girlfriend has nothing to do with it. The stock market, crypto, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, no one has anything to do with your body but you. There is literally no roadblock. You could have no money, no gym, and there's a fucking park, And there's free shit, because if you're watching this, you got a fucking cell phone, you can go to YouTube and get every goddamn free fucking park workout there is. There is zero excuse for any man listening to this to not set that bar at that level of excellence and do everything humanly possible to hit that.
And scene. I'll tell you, dude, it's you said something that is so important, right? Like, you said a lot, so it's a lot to unpack.
Yeah,
but I
that was
think,
like a rant, but I'm passionate about this.
but this is why I love you for it, right? I mean, that's the reality is, but the thing that, that I heard a lot, but like the next page is blank.
Hmm?
While someone's watching us right now on YouTube or Instagram or wherever the hell we're going to post this damn thing, I saw on Apple and saw on Spotify, great. Tomorrow's the day that you could hear this and see this and say, fuck it, I'm in. I'm bought in finally.
Yeah.
And that's the idea that Sean tries to do with Lions Not Sheep, is to convert that one person that, again, might be a little bit soft physically, but you can't. The body is the most important thing that I have found. I this year, dude, I'm 43. I did a full CT scan on my body. I want to know what my heart looks like, dude.
Yeah, for
I have 2 little babies now. You started earlier than me, right? You got a little more grown kids. Bro, I have a 4-year-old and I have an 11-month-old. Like, I need to live forever, like you just said,
Yep.
bro. I'm in it with these kids.
Yeah.
I got a CT scan. I want to know what my testicles look like. I want to know my heart, my liver, my lungs, because I don't fucking know. You might be able to see my new 6-pack I just got back. You might be able to see that shit, but you don't know what your heart's doing. My brain. I was an idiot for 15 years. I had some fun out in those streets of Scottsdale. Don't get it twisted. What's going on in my brain?
Yeah.
Right? I do an MRI. I get a full-blown MRI because I don't know. I don't hurt. Right? So I just want people to understand, if you're not playing at a level to last a long time and you can't figure out why, do it for no one else than your kids. And let's just say you don't fucking have kids.
Yeah.
Then don't you want to live an epic long life, or do you just want to be here and exist?
Can I challenge you for a second?
Yeah, bro, shoot.
Don't, and this is, I'm telling you as a father of 3, don't do it for your kids, do it for you, bro. Fuck everybody else. Fuck the entire world.
Yeah.
Like we live in it. Our ancestors were savages, bro. Savages. We're not that far removed. We're 3 generations from, if you didn't go out and hunt, you starved or you were someone's bitch.
Yeah.
But Sean, shut up. Stop making excuses. Shut the fuck up. Do it for you. Like, look yourself in the mirror as a fucking man and be like, is this the best?
Yeah.
Is this peak? Fuck Sean. Fuck Justin. Fuck all the fitness gurus. Am I, as a son of God, operating at the top level possible? And if the answer is no, good. Now go on your fucking journey. And I can look at I wake up every morning and I'm brushing my teeth and I'm shredded as shit. I sleep naked and I'm standing in front of the mirror, naked as fuck, brushing my teeth like, this is a bad motherfucker. I built this. And I'm getting better. I'm like a fine wine. I'm getting better as the years go on. And this isn't some rhetoric bullshit. And dudes, you can laugh all you want. But you know I'm right. And all you fat fucks listening to this know I'm right. Because there's not one of you that takes your shirt off at the pool and your wife's like, damn, I love them man titties. Not one of you. Not fucking one of you. There's not one of you that goes to the beach and you're strutting your shit around while your fucking love handles are bouncing over your shorts. Fuck you, dude. Make it split. Stand in front of the mirror and say, I am not my best. And then go on a ruthless and vicious quest to become the best. And I promise you, it never ends. That quest never ends. It never fucking ends. But this is the mentality. Like, this is the mentality of the savages and the warriors of before. Like, look at our ancestors. Death was this noble experience. Now we're scared to die because we live like fucking idiots. We live these pathetic lives of mediocrity. These men of our ancestors were warriors, dude. They were savages. Death was an honor. Yeah. Death was this victory. I lived my life. I served my God. I built shit with my hands. And now we got a bunch of fat fucking turds that play video games all day long who couldn't fucking walk into the mountains, let alone hunt, gut an elk, and bring it back to his family. You can't even walk to your fucking mailbox without getting gassed out, fat boy. You want me to be sorry for you? Fuck you. Get in front of the mirror, feel like a piece of shit, and go do something about it. But nobody wants to say this. Nobody wants to talk about this because it's too hard. And I should just coddle your boo-boo and you had an injury in college in your back. Fuck your back, dude. Grow a set of marbles and build something. This is the problem in our culture and our society. And as you can tell, I'm passionate. And I don't give a shit about feelings because I've done it. I'm a father of 4. I got businesses. I got mortgage. I got cell phone bills and shit just like everybody else. Yet I'm fucking shredded.
That's right.
How? Because my mindset is way different than the average motherfuckers. This is a good podcast. There's going to be some good nuggets in this one, man. He's so mean.
Bro, I'm sitting here like, are you yelling at me, dog? Goddamn. But
No,
I think if anyone gets triggered by you, by this message, that's your wake-up call, right? If you're listening to this and this is really triggering you and you want to get mad at Sean and punch him, well, then it's the other way around. You got to look yourself in the mirror at that point, right? That's what he is saying, is this isn't about him. He's basically just putting a mirror up to you so you can look at yourself and say, fuck me running. This is not the game.
You and I aren't that different, bro. We're not that different. All of us, every man listening to this wants the same thing. We want security. We want abundance. We want health. We want longevity. We want our children to have the best environment, have the best education. We all want the same shit. Problem is that we were not programmed this way. You and I were not programmed to be savages. My parents didn't teach me this shit. Like, my parents were both overweight. No one taught me this. No one showed this to me. I just got sick and tired. And I challenged myself in such a biblical way that I promise you, like you can you know this, the neuroscience, you start studying the brain, you can this is a supercomputer. You can put new programming in here. You can build a new belief system. You can build a new identity. You can build a new tenacity. It doesn't matter where you are. The question is, what will you do right this second? Are you going to keep putting dog shit up here, expecting like, you know, fine wine, or are you going to like actually change your brain and change your belief system? And that will cost you dearly. That will cost you friends. That will cost you money. That will cost you dearly. But the question
It'll cost you everything you already know up to this point.
It will.
But the point where you're at, the version of you right now that you're not happy with, that you want to punch Sean in the face with, it's going to cost you all that.
Yeah.
Right?
It will.
But now you get to become the human.
I've killed and buried multiple versions of me over the last 20 years.
That's right.
I will do it. I will continue to do it. And there will be versions of me in the future that die, that I bury.
Bro, this is some fire shit, man.
I'm on it today, man. I don't know what the deal is.
You're on him, dog. You're on. So what's the game plan right now? Again, I think this is going to be different than every episode. We're catching up as friends. Yeah. What's the game plan with Lions Not Sheep? What's the game plan with the clothing line, right? But also the community. What do you see going for yourself? What are you doing? What's new?
So over the last couple of years, a lot of people have joined the Lions Den primarily for business. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there. There's a lot of small businesses in America right now, and there's a lot of people that need that support and that community. And so we're getting ready to launch a business syndicate, Lions Den Sheep Business Syndicate, that will be primarily for business. So the Lions Den, which has been my coaching group for the last 10 years, we've had 51,000 people join that, has been around core 4. But the conversation of business on a higher level, you know, when you're doing high 6, 7, 8 figures, you know, is radically different. And so we're getting ready to launch that. We still have the Lions Den, which we will continue to help people build foundations. Like this mentality that I'm talking about, like this is how our coaching calls are every single week. So it's like you're plugging into the matrix and radically altering your life around the principles and the foundation of core 4. But this business syndicate, we're planning on launching this week, which I'm really excited about.
Hell yeah.
And then the clothing line, I'm not 100% sure, man. I've had a couple people talk to me about potential partnerships. Just full transparency, I'm not having a lot of fun with it. I love the brand. I love what we do. I'm very creative, but trying to figure out how to really grow an apparel company is really hard. And what a lot of people don't realize is that the big ones that you see out there, they have investors, they have backing, they're publicly traded. and I own 100% of it. So every dime that's ever gone into it or come out of it is, 100% mine. So just full transparency, I'm not really having fun trying to run an apparel company. And
Sure.
so I'm trying to decide if I want to sell it, if I want to partner with somebody. I've got a couple conversations going with some potential people to kind of take over running the business end of things and letting me just be the creative. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we've done almost $30 million in sales in the last 4 years, which is really cool. But I've had more. This is that ego, right? The ego
Yeah.
trap. It's like, why am I doing this? Why, if I'm not happy doing this, it doesn't mean that this isn't powerful. It doesn't mean that this isn't dope. It's super dope. We've sold almost 1 million garments in 4 years. It's fucking insane. But I'm not having the fun that I want to be having with it. So we'll see where that goes. I'd love to find the right partner that can take it to the world, because the message is very needed and it's very powerful. And you're walking through an airport and you see somebody flying a sheep on, you kind of wink, wink, nod, nod. Those are your people. And I'd love to
I
see.
literally just did that in Miami. I just flew into Miami 2 days ago. Lions not sheep on the back of his shirt, and I've done this with you. I'll put you together with someone at the gym, and I'll be like, Sean, here's so and so, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I'll give the guy a pound because I know he's a part of your tribe. I give him a pound. He's like, who the fuck are you, crazy man? I'm like,
Yeah.
wink.
I got
I
you.
got
I know that guy. Yeah, no, it's really cool. Like, I'm excited about it. I finally, in working with Garrett and kind of laying out the picture and the vision, I just really don't want to run it anymore. And so we'll see where it goes and what we do.
Did you not bring in? I swore I saw you brought in a pretty high powered CEO at some point. Yeah, no,
Yeah, I did.
didn't work out.
Well, yeah, it
It didn't work out. Yeah.
I brought in a COO, and it didn't work out. We'll leave it at that.
Fair enough. Your silence spoke volumes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's. But look, this goes back to year 2024, right? I made moves, decisions. Like, I looked at it and said, all right, I'm going to hire this $300,000 a year COO who has 20 years of apparel experience, and it was one of the worst business decisions that I've made in the last 10 years. Cool. I learned.
Yeah.
Does it make it right, wrong, good, bad? Hindsight's 2020. Got it. Lesson learned. Check. And I think this is what a lot of people don't understand. One of my favorite, there's a documentary on Netflix everybody should go watch. And I just fucking forgot the name. It's the Elon Musk one about SpaceX, return to space or something like that. Anyways, one of my favorite scenes, man. And this is when Elon was still in his nerd stage, right? Had like hardly any hair and hadn't had his hair transplant. This is a guy who starts SpaceX with his own money, and every one of the rockets that they were firing was $100 million. And they shoot the first rocket up, and they're documenting all this. This is all a part of the documentary. It's really, really cool. If you're an entrepreneur, go watch it because it will inspire and motivate you. First rocket blows up. $100 million. Bang, gone.
Yep.
Second rocket blows up. $200 million. They're documenting all this. Now Elon's getting a lot of traction. You got friggin' NASA talking shit. You got all these headline news like, this guy's a fucking idiot. He's a moron. What's he trying to do? Third rocket. 3 rockets, bro. $300 million plus gone. And at this point, like, everybody in the world is talking about him, talking shit. And they were showing all the headlines. And you had, what's the guy who stood on the moon for the Neil Armstrong? He was like mocking him. And he's like, there's that 60 Minutes interview where he's crying, where he's like, Elon's like emotional, saying, I wish they would come look at what we're trying to do and all this other stuff. But there's a scene in that really was powerful. It was him sitting in the conference room with his team. And he's just literally looks at him. He's like, I have money for one more. Like, I have money for one more rocket, $100 million. And he's like, then I'm done. We have to close up shop. And it's crazy because it's like, you and me, it's just levels. Like, some people are listening to this going, man, $5,000 is a shit ton of money. This is a risk. I don't know. Should I do it? There's just levels to all of it, right? In order to make hundreds of thousands, you have to risk thousands. In order to make millions, you have to risk hundreds of thousands. In order to make tens of millions, you have to risk millions. And dude, it was so motivating to me to watch this and see this, because here he is literally telling his team, if this doesn't work, we're done.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, fast forward, and the fourth rocket makes it. And now they get $1 billion grant and thing with the government. Now it's a $1 trillion company, right? But that to me is where you separate the winners and the losers. So that's where, for me, like taking a risk in the company and hiring somebody and making moves that are real big moves, like, most people won't make little moves.
That's right.
Most people won't even start a little side hustle. Most people won't like invest in it. Like you have coaching and mentoring. Most people won't invest in that because like, oh, Justin charges this many thousands and Sean charges $500 a month to be part of his group. I'm not. So you're never going to you're never going to go that next step. You're never going to accomplish anything bigger. If you're not willing to bet $500 or 1,000 or 10,000 on yourself, don't ever expect you to make hundreds of thousands. So Elon put $400 million into these rockets of his own money.
Yeah.
And 300 million blew up in a fucking cloud of smoke. But now SpaceX is supposedly $1 trillion company. So
well, bro,
that's something that I keep coming back to.
You know this as much as anybody in the human fucking world. People don't do anything because of ridicule. And you just talked about the 60 Minutes where Elon is crying and literally the world is shitting on his name. The world, not Sean and Justin having some shit talking moment. No.
Yeah.
The fucking world is saying you're an idiot, you're a dumb fuck, you can't do it, blah, 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 right? Like, but yet people won't go and do the one little thing, whatever the thing is, name the thing, because they're scared of the ridicule from their friends or family. And you know this, dude, they're already talking shit about you.
Yep.
They're already gossiping. Your parents are, your friends are, right? Like they're already whispering. It is already happening. So why not go do the thing? You may not have to be Elon, but just the diet, the working out, the fucking getting to Sean's program, getting him out, like just do the thing. Because it's already happening. If Elon can do it, now he's in government. Like I don't even know the role he plays right now, but now the guy goes from you're the biggest dumbass on the planet, Elon, to government.
He's a bull in a china shop right now, and I freaking love every second of it. They're just shaking everything up. It's so freaking amazing to see. But yeah, you're right, man. Like if you're listening to this and you want more, you're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to risk. You're gonna have to bet on yourself. And that's one thing that I will always come home to is I'm my best investment. I'm my greatest investment. I will bet on me 100 out of 100 times because I know that I have the tenacity, the audacity, the stupidity to not quit. And I will keep going. And I've proven in 46 years that I'm capable of doing it. I've had a lot of freaking losses. I've had more wins. I've built
one thing. We can wrap it up with this comment. You need to be a part of Lions Not Sheep community, the Lions Den specifically, for one basic answer to all you people out there. When you go through shit, you need to call people. That's all there is to it. The reason why I'm able to have a year like 2024 and I'm not just like drinking alcohol and fucking self-medicating, whatever the fuck it is because I can call Sean and I can call countless members and people that genuinely would be there for me.
Yeah.
Because I've cut the checks to be at the tables that we sit at. I've been there. Sean has, right? Like Garrett's a call away. Sean's a call. But guys, I say this because you need that type of community.
Yeah.
If you are lacking the connection of people, the age-old saying, go fast, go alone, go far with people. That's it, dude. I'm on that mission more now than ever.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. Like connecting with the right people, the circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, which is great. I don't have any problem with that. I want that because the people that I trust more than anything, the people that are where I want to go, they don't have big circles. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a reason for this. And there's a reason why when you seek out these people, like most people seek out acceptance from nobodies. I hate that offends you, but it doesn't matter. You're seeking the approval of people that are not pushing the envelope. You're seeking approval from people that aren't where you want to be. And that's the reason you stay where you are. And so when I work out, I don't want to work out with fat people. I'm not saying that to be a dick. I want to work out for me with dudes that are way bigger, way stronger than me, because then that helps me level up. That's how it works.
No doubt.
I want to do business with people that have way more money than me. I want to talk to couples that have way deeper connection than I do. And that's just how I operate. And I think that's that ego. If you really wanted to know yourself, check that and sit at the feet of people. I've coached 50-something thousand people. I've stood on stage with the greatest minds of the world. And 2 weeks ago, I went back to hang out with Garrett in his mastermind as a student. I was not there. I walked in and people were like, "Oh, dude, are you speaking?" I'm like, "No, I'm here as a student. I'm here to learn. I'm here at the feet." And that's just how I operate. And people can look at that and say what they want, but I'm smart enough. I have my ego. I'm very knowledgeable. I have my ego to be like, no, I am a student.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you become a student of life, and I'll finish with this. This is one of, a guy got a lot of great quotes, but this is one of my favorites. The very best leaders have mastered the art of following. The very best leaders have mastered the art of following. A lot of people have this screwed up. They think that leadership is just out there banging your chest. I got all the answers. No, they seek out somebody further,
No doubt.
smarter, wealthier, and then they take the extraction of the lessons, and then they become better because you have a light that you're shining to your tribe. I have a light. Garrett has a light. Andy Facilla has a light. Mark Evans has a light. Garrett has, and that's the beauty of this, is that's why this game is so important for men to become these sovereign beings and shining their own light. We need an army of fit, smart, intelligent men who are willing to follow people ahead of them so that they can then lead their tribe behind them.
Brother, I appreciate you. I love you. If you do not follow this man, if you're not buying his book, if you're not a part of Lions Den, go follow Sean. Get in there, bro. Get in there. If this has been a help to anybody, just one little thing that was mentioned as two friends were catching up, make sure you share this with 2 other people. Make sure you spread the word. Thank you, bro, for coming on. Hang tight. Let's have a follow-up conversation real quick. But that's the end of this episode. See you guys on the next one.
Peace. Later.